EA Sports, in conjunction with the RNA, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, we bring you coverage from this opening round. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. Frank, what are we looking at here at the famed par 3 11th at the Old Course?
Well, the most difficult, there is only 2 par 3s here at the Old Course, and this one's called high, elevated green, and you've got to fly that bunker that protects the front of the green. That's called the Strath bunker. You really take anything on this green. You make a 2 here, you'll make a move on the field.
We'll join the action on the tee at the par 3 11th. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Oh, yeah. Never mind the up and down. That is a different kind of up and down. Up, out of the bunker, and down into the hole. Here we are now, one of the very best short par 4s in golf, 316-yard 12. Hidden bunkers lurking all over the fairway. So the safe move is to go to the long iron down the left side, leaving a short approach. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. And with that, we welcome Nota Begay III, 4-time winner on the PGA Tour. And Nota, you've been in this spot, and every tournament is, in a way, a classroom. Maybe a classroom at Stanford, your alma mater. It's a chance to learn, isn't it?
It really is, and the hardest thing is to temper your expectations and to keep the nerves under control, because every single round from this point forward can be a stepping stone and an opportunity to learn and make your game better and move towards your ultimate goal of playing at the highest level.
Oh, never a doubt. That one was tracking the entire way. It is in for a spectacular birdie. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
No fairway here, this one in that rough. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, we've run out of fairway here. An impressive tee shot. Now finding ourselves on a bit of an upslope. That's going to need to be taken into account for this approach.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Just gonna sneak on by. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay at level par. All right, what are we looking at here at the big par 5 14?
Out of bounds on the right, and those little series of pot bunkers called the beatings. Now, if you get in trouble here, you can bail out with your second shot down the left, which is the 4th fairway. That's one other option of playing this par 5. Got a good tee shot, and you can certainly go at this for 2.
That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. Okay, let's go back down on the ground and bring in Nota once again. And Nota, what are your impressions to this point?
Well, I'm impressed with the performance up to this point. A few mistakes here or there, but that's come to be expected in this type of scenario, in this type of format. But moving forward, I expect and anticipate to see some really good golf.
For such a short chip shot, now a long putt for par.
Just a touch firm there. That'll be about 3-4 feet coming back. That's what happens when things are going poorly, right? You don't take your time, and it costs you another stroke. Okay, so problems at the par 5, as that's in for a 7. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. So today, probably a disappointment for our young amateur. Not the way you want to start off a big tournament.
Quite simply, it's a learning experience. Rich, what can we take out of the...
EA Sports, in conjunction with the RNA, So proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, we bring you coverage of the second round. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. A lot of folks fighting for the title, including our leader. So let's get you out to the action on the turn as we head to the tee at the par 4 10th. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. So after a well-placed drive, this his second from short range. And that will make it onto the putting surface, but ultimately, not a real good shot. Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can two-putt from there is a good result.
Okay, that one finished off for a par. Now that's going to keep him on the outside looking in terms of playing the weekend. When the round is over, you call your buddies and tell them that one of the more famous and diabolical par 3s in the world, you met the challenge. Because I promise you, it can rob you of your spirit. Hill and Strath, those greenside bunkers, they've inflicted a lot of pain over the years. Okay, took on the flag there, and it's going to leave a decent look at birdie. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
It's a combination of break and speed demanded with this putt, right to left down a steep slope. Got to be careful.
Yeah, tough to know just how far out to the right to play that one. I mean, that was not far enough. That one finished off. It's in for par. And he'll hold steady at +3. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pop bunker short. But either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1. Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12. And that might just wind up being the difference, as for the moment, that's going to move him inside the cut line in his quest to play the weekend. Here at the par 4 13th hole at the old course, Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
Well, you'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of this green.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Second shot, good look at the green.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Let's bring in Nota Begay the third for a look at birdie.
And a very makeable look here. Not too much undulation at all. Maybe just a slight move to the right.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And that's going to be good enough to keep him just inside the cut line here in round two. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your third shot to 14.
Now, from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Commendable taking the bold line for the second shot. Unfortunately didn't catch all of it. Now we're in trouble short left in the grave.
Now that's going to hurt. That simple chip shot and well off the mark. That hurts.
18-footer. Nope. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the center of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice flat lie for that second shot, because this is another difficult green that's well protected by just one little bunker that's in the front left that you don't think comes into play. But if your second shot doesn't land the right distance, more often than not, it just gets swallowed up by that. And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss-hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15, and he'll remain at +4. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows, if you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line.
EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, it's live coverage of the third round. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Some good names up there, including our leader. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. And that should be just fine. A good drive there to get the Saturday round underway. So after that bomb of a drive, this is second to the par 4. And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. Noda Begay is walking the course, looking at this birdie putt.
And definitely not a lot to be concerned with. He just needs to take it straight back and straight through.
Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Safely in. It's a par here at first. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, here you get a real taste of what the old course will be all about. The double greens, the 411-yard par 4 second. The ideal spot, you want to be just to the right. There's so many famous bunkers here, but this one is well known. It's called Cheap's Bunker.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Well, that's why on this golf course, Frank, there is a premium on hitting fairways.
You're exactly right. Might be also protecting against a flight, but that did anything other than flight. It is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
This is a good-sized putt, 27 feet away. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. At the third hole now, Frank, it looks relatively easy, but you know there's some danger lurking somewhere out there on the old course.
There is. There's the pot bunkers down the right side. This is a tee where really you want to have an idea where that wind is coming from. If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, well, then it's worth challenging that right side.
Good shot coming off bogey at the second. That's going to be in the fairway. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. An outside look here for birdie. Got it there, but not quite on target. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he's going to stay at +5. Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the fourth.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second.
Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. That's going to drop him back down to 6 over. We come now to the fifth, the first par 5 on the front side here at St. Andrews. 514-yard hole that ends at a green that is 100 yards deep. Avoid the Seven Sisters bunkers off the tee, and reaching into is a possibility if the weather cooperates.
That was sweet.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Now this for birdie.
Still have to be aware of the slope coming downhill, but not a ton of break in this.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll remain right where he is. Well, without a doubt, a disappointing Saturday for our featured golfer. High expectations coming in, but it's an over par round, leaving him well back.
Rich, the sadistic side of me.
EA Sports is proud to present continuing coverage of the world of golf. Today, live coverage comes your way of the final round. What a week and weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, a number of folks in contention, including our leader. So out to the action we go as we catch up with our golfer on the tee at the par 4 13th.
So, is actually human. A fairway miss. That one goes into the rough. I wonder what's going to happen next.
Back down on the ground to Nota Begay the third, and Nota right in contention at this point. Our featured player looks to me like a no-lose situation, whatever happens.
Well, whatever happens, whether they win or lose, they're going to take away some positives from this, and they're close enough where it's going to be a clear opportunity to come out a victor. But if it doesn't work out in that way, you got to really move away from the event, take some positives, and as an amateur golfer, you have to realize there's a huge future in front of you, and you take these positives and you build on them.
And if it does work out, keep in mind there's a huge payoff as well in the form of that invitation to the Masters and as well an exemption into the U.S. Open. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he'll get things back to 5 over. We come now to the longest hole in the golf course, though it is a relatively short par 5 at 530 yards. This the 14th. Out of bounds wall on the right. Most players are aiming left to the landing area known as Elysian Fields.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Oh no, a lapse in concentration there. That'll cost him. Okay, that's going to be finished off for his bogey. And that won't help the cause one bit. Arriving now at St. Andrews' infamous road hole, often considered the most difficult par 4 in golf. Tee shot has to fly the railway sheds and the grounds of the Old Course Hotel, landing on a narrow fairway beyond. This up the right side off the tee.
Oh, talk about a friendly kick. I never got those. It could have stayed in the rough for the same price.
So can he capitalize on the break here? His second from the short grass.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
10-foot putt left. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And he will definitely not say no to that. Frank, the 16th hole, famous for the principal's nose, and I can't help but think of Mrs. Hartman in 4th grade.
Well, I don't know
She
how
didn't like us.
I don't know how Mrs. Hartman would have played this hole, but she would have been wary of the out of bounds on the right. And that's why the general consensus is you not only avoid the principal's nose, but you hit the tee shot a little bit further left. It might lengthen the hole, but it is certainly the more prudent strategy.
Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. This now 7 feet for his birdie. Now this round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And he's got it back to 4 over par. Frank, this is sort of bizarre. You're standing on the tee at the road hole, one of the most famous par 4s in the sport, and you're aiming for a hotel?
Well, you're aiming over a series of letters that say the Old Course Hotel. If you can hit it exactly over that U, then you will be in the right place, which hopefully is down the middle of the fairway. You avoid that heather on the left. That bunker up ahead, the road hole bunker, you remember David Duval? He got stuck in there. Years ago, Tommy Nakajima, he could hardly ever get that ball out, and in the end succumbed, I think, to double figures. So the hole has more than one way to trap you, so stay away from the road on the road hole. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Nope, didn't play enough of the break, and that'll be short as well. That one finished off for bogey here at 17, and that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Well, this is one you just want to soak in. Pull out your phone, take some pictures. The R&A clubhouse in the distance. It is not a long hole by any stretch, just 357 yards, and it's wide open. The Valley of Sin, maybe you drive it down there. When you walk over the Swilcan Bridge, you're going to stop, you're going to take some pictures, and you're going to tuck those away for a long time. This is a special finishing hole. It's not just a hole, it's an experience. From well down the fairway, this a bit of a tricky distance for his second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. He's hoping here to at least get this to tap-in range, but it is for birdie. That one just lacking a little bit of pace, but not bad at all from there. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for his par here at 18. And this will be a 72 for this final round. Well, Frank, a win would have been nice, but this is all you're looking for, right? Here at Q School, just get in.
That's right. The focus is normally on the people that don't make it, the losers of Q School. You know, you had to finish in the top 40, had to get the job done, and that's exactly what we saw. Mission accomplished.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, it's opening round coverage of the event known as Q School. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. A lot of folks fighting for the title, including our leader. So out to the action we go as we catch up with our golfer on the tee at the par 4 13th. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. Now, that just did not look right from the start, and that ball is into the hazard. So, with a shake of the head, he'll take his drop, and now with a stroke added for the penalty, this becomes his fourth to the par 4. Oh! Time to move on to the next hole. Pushing on, we come to the 215-yard par 3 14th. Avoid the bunkers left and long here, and your chance at par certainly increases. Okay, fortunate there. That ball hops onto the green, and he'll be left with that for his birdie. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And these are the putts he hasn't been able to do much with all day. This doesn't have a whole lot of movement to it, and he could surely use it.
No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. We're here at the 15th now, and a big dog-leg right on this one. Frank, what's the best route to take to shoot the low number?
You've got to look at that run out down the left side, which is about 320 yards. If you can stay short of that, then that gives you a perfect shot into this green.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Frank, what are you looking to do with this approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, the green just didn't want to hold that one. That'll run off into the short grass.
$17-foot putt here.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. All right, that's in for a double bogey 6. And that won't help the cause one bit.
Back on the tee here at the 16th. Frank, lay it out for us. What's ahead on this hole?
Right, even though there's two bunkers, one on the left and one on the right, it's the shortest of the 4 par 5s. You can almost take those out of play and have just a mid-iron in here. But we all know what's coming up. It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2. Decent swing, don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot.
Uh-oh, that's trouble over there. The timing definitely off on that swing, and that ball goes straight into the water. So with a penalty stroke added in, now lying 3, readying for shot number 4.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. So that not his best, and this part of his game has been disappointing to say the least today.
It certainly has, and sometimes you just get too much going on upstairs. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't focus on what you need to do.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. That's going to drop him all the way down to 8 over par.
Always like this par 3, Frank. Par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. It's a little bit downhill. That's about the only advantage you get.
And this is a common result. The 17th is a tough green to hit, and that will make its way into the back bunker. Yeah, that lie may be a little too difficult. This is on the green, but not anywhere near the hole.
There's 5 feet left.
Good stuff. Oh, it is for a bogey 4. And he'll continue his slide. He is at 9 over par.
Finishing hole at Bay Hill is the demanding 458-yard par 4. Water to the right. OB along the entire left side. A 4 almost feels like a birdie here.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Now a second from just under 180 yards.
Rich, I was told to keep my eyes on this player this week. That is a shot that's as good as any professional in the world.
Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. And that will mean this is an opening round of 80. Yikes. These 4 days are going to be a grind. That's the nature of Q School. But day one, Frank, it's in the books.
Yeah, day one.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Arnie's Place, Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, today it's second round coverage of Q School. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up on the tee at the long par 5 sixth. All right, that is a ways back, but it does avoid that lake. Good drive here at 6. Oh, going with the 3-wood, but this is headed for the lake. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
It's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
We need to recheck the yardage after that one. That's on the green, but not a real good shot. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll hold steady at 7 over par. Well, after that beast of a par 5 with all the water, take a sigh of relief, and you come to the par 3-7.
It still takes a good tee shot here, though, Rich. Narrow entry, green's 30 yards deep. You still really got to focus on hitting a good shot here.
Okay, that one's dancing. This one moving left here for birdie. He'll say he should have made that. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
And that will do just fine. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Well read. That's in for a bogey 5. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee. But the hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left, and yet the green goes the other way. Super tee shot.
Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that, in for a par. 10th hole here at Bay Hill is not overly long, just 400 yards, but the emphasis is on accuracy off the tee. That's absolutely crucial. Put it in play in the right spot. You'll have a chance to get out of here with a birdie.
Good tee shot down the left side, and where the flag is cut, this is a great angle to have a go at it.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
107 yards to the front, 118 to the hole, standing on even par, looking to go under for the day.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
This is a 13-footer. Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And that won't help the cause one bit. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway just short of that second bunker. And it sits up, 6 or a 7 iron.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Second shot coming now from just over 170 yards. didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
So that one, Frank, came out way too hot.
Just goes to show what happens when you don't find these greens in regulation. Now, he's looking at 2 putts, maybe 3 from where he is.
Nope. Nicely judged, though. It's 4-5 here at the par 3. And he's going to fall even further below par. So that's where this tourney will end for our featured golfer. Their 2-round score falling outside the cut line.
And if you focus...
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From the home of the Ryder Cup in 2021, Whistling Straits, it's live first-round coverage of the season opening event, the Wisconsin Open. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. So let's get out to the course as we pick up the action starting here at the par 5 fifth hole. What an exciting time, our featured golfer beginning the professional journey. The Korn Ferry Tour. It's a good time to bring in our friend Nota Begay III, 4 times a winner on the PGA Tour. He cut his teeth on this very circuit. Nota, what do you remember about that time? And I have a sneaking suspicion one round in particular is going to pop into your mind.
Well, Rich, it's a great memory for me. Shot the first 59 in the history of the Korn Ferry Tour, which is a huge positive memory in my mind. And what it did tell me in terms of my career and what it meant moving forward was the fact that you have to go out and you have to be aggressive. You have to make birdies and you have to shoot low scores. There's no laying up on the Korn Ferry Tour if you want to take that next big step to the big show.
And that is into the water. And I think before any clubs go in there with it, try to just write double par on the scorecard and move along. Hole number 6 and another scenic view off the tee. It's a 409-yard par 4.
Yeah, the hole is well bunkered around the 300-yard mark. Ideally, you want to have that tee shot just short of that. Then it's not too hard a second shot.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And it's a short hole, the 6th here at Whistling Straits, the shortest on the front 9, in fact. To get to this back portion of the green, you have to carry plenty of trouble, but be particularly aware of that deep pot bunker that's nestled in the gremlin's ear.
"13 feet away." Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And that's going to drop him back down to 6 over. It's a beautiful hole, isn't it? You got a great view of Lake Michigan. It's 221 yards. You can only gaze at that water for so long, then you have to get back to the task at hand, and it is a tough one. Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Gonna need to chop this one out. A second to the par 3. Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. He'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par. Onward to the 506-yard par 4-8 with over 100 bunkers. The 8th testing every golfer's nerves. Imperative to favor the left side to avoid a severe drop-off to Lake Michigan, and dunes and bunkers on the right.
Finally got rid of the spray can because the balls was going all over the golf course. I mean, just the little piece down the middle of the fairway, just plop it down there, just like that. That was good.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is. Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 9.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
It's 137 yards to the front of this green. It's to the front of the green. 130 is the number to the flag. The pin up front in the right-hand corner of the green.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. So 1 round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to feature some of the best young talent in the world of golf. From Whistling Straits Golf Course on the shores of Lake Michigan, live second round coverage of the Wisconsin Open. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. So let's get out to the course, already deep into the round as we head to the tee on the par 4 15th.
Just a little over ambitious on that chip shot. It just sailed past.
Not an easy one, 20 feet away. Oh, no. Just appeared to be befuddled by the break there. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Now the run to the finish beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance.
And that will be quite a challenge from there to get away with his par.
If he can make this, I'd just take it and run to the next hole.
Yeah, not quite enough pace, but that's pretty good. Okay, in for a bogey at 16. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Well, Frank, we know that Pete Dye has given the world some intimidating par 3s, most notably the 17th at TPC Sawgrass. He says this one is even more fearsome.
And the reason why is the drop-off on the left. It's 20 feet below the level of the green. Then you've got the sand dunes on the right, which are sort of speckled with bunkers as well. And then there's a little sliver of green grass in between. That's the green.
Just going to sneak on by. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot.
And this will be just fine, as that'll get down into the left center portion of the fairway. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4. Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Okay, a good putt, able to save par here at 18, and that will be a 1 under 71 for this second round. So a disappointing end to the tournament for our featured golfer heading. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, live opening round coverage of the Desert Championship. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. Let's pick up the action here as we begin at the long par 5 first. And there's a good start. That one in the fairway here to get the tournament rolling. So into week 2 now. That first tournament in many ways about dealing with the nerves. First ever professional tournament. Nota, what do you typically take away after that first week? You didn't put everything together, but you did get your feet wet.
Certainly, and you have to look at the history of the Korn Ferry Tour, and many a player have struggled early in the year but has still gone on to garner one of those spots in the top 25, which is critical at the year end. And this is just a learning experience. You got to pick and choose your moments, when to be aggressive and when to stick to your guns. And in this particular case, got off to a slow start, and maybe this is a week they can build on.
Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Yeah, we're going back up this incline from right to left. This is all about pace. You've got to give it a good wallop.
Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at even par. Moving on to the 445-yard par 4 second, severe dogleg left. Aggressive players hitting driver to the left of the visible fairway. Less aggressive players will play to the right, but be careful long there and your ball could be lost in the desert moonscape. This one moving just a little bit to the right with that wind.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy. This from about 10 feet. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll stay at level par. Now to one of the toughest par 3s you're going to find at 227 yards. Just reaching the green is an accomplishment here. It's a full 90 yards uphill from the black tees to the putting surface. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. Well, not quite enough on that one, Frank.
Yeah, coming out of the rough, not surprising, considerably short.
I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
Nah, might have stared at that one too long. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Okay, this par 3 shows its teeth. It is a double bogey. He is very quickly down to 2 over par. Back to the tee here at Wolf Creek. A lot of sand along the right side of this fairway leading up to the green, Frank.
Yeah, I can't even count how many bunkers they got down that right side. It's easy to see where not to go. So obviously you want to get that ball up on that left side. And then really it's just a short pitch across. Yeah, this hole's only 383 yards. And it won't even really play its distance. But of course you've got to be careful. It's not long, but fairway first once again here. You can see all the problems around there if you do miss this fairway.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Nope, that is not much of an improvement. This going to be equally as tough. Another try to get this up and out. Okay, not too bad there. Not in gimme range, but a good chance to possibly walk away only down a stroke. Not that time. That's going to slip on by. Okay, so that one finished off for double bogey. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. We come now to one of Wolf Creek's signature holes, the 490-yard par 5 fifth, another elevated tee. The key here is to clear the desert and creek off the tee and find the fairway. From there, reaching the green in 2 is definitely a possibility. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be.
Now, this par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Tough to control the golf ball out of the bunker. This is on the green, but with a lot of work left to be done.
A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Oh, no.
Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. For the golfer we had our eye on, no other way to say it, Frank. Just not a real good day out there.
It could be a short week, Rich. We can.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to feature some of the best young talent in the world of golf. From Eastern Nevada and Wolf Creek Golf Club, it's live second-round coverage of the Desert Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. A lot of folks fighting for the title, including our leader. We'll get out to the action here as we pick things up on the par 4 6th hole. Nah, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Nicely read there. And it is a par here at the 6th. And he'll remain at +4. Onward to the short but really fun 7th, 302-yard par 4 hybrid or fairway wood off the tee. Should get you over a ridge that rolls downhill, leaving a short iron over a creek to the green. Oh, that is left, and that is trouble. And that ball not wanting to cooperate, and it is into the hazard. So the drop taken, and now he'll try to find some way to fashion an up and down from where he is and still get out of here with a par.
Always tough to get a decent flight out of the rough. And you could see that ball was never soaring out of that light.
"15 feet away. Yeah, that one on target, though it is in for double bogey. And that won't help the cause one bit. We arrive now at the beautiful but treacherous par 3 8th, another one of Wolf Creek's signature holes, playing a stout 248 yards with a creek that wraps around the green from front to back. Important to hit your mark here. Oh, this could be trouble. Yeah, you could kind of see that one coming. That ball kicks off the rocks and has nowhere to go but the hazard. So we'll stay on the tee box, and this will be his third now into the par 3. Oh, this is going to flirt with danger left. Nope, just not enough earth there to slow that ball down, and it is going to wind up in the hazard. All right, so drop taken, that will bring up a 5th shot on the way. Time to just pick up and move on to the next hole. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th, it's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter just play to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So very good chance he with a wedge in hand to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9.
Yeah, much better there. No questioning whether this is inbounds. It is right there in the fairway. The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. The par 4 10th, and Frank, what's the right way to attack this hole?
A little deceiving off the tee here, Rich, because you don't see the full width of the fairway because of the desert down the right side. You do see those bunkers down the left. 280 yards take them completely out of play. And it's a fun green, obviously protected by those bunkers on the left and that little one-pot bunker on the right. But be aware of the contours of this green and just be aware, too, where they stick the flag. In that front section, then this is certainly a birdie hole.
Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Tough start to the backside, Frank.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well, too. You start losing confidence with the putter early on.
Okay, no further damage. It's a bogey 5. And with it, he's going to fall even further down this leaderboard, well above par. So conditions were tough out there, Frank. Our featured golfer could never really put it together, and it's going to mean a missed cut.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From the home of 3 major championships, Riviera Country Club, it's live opening round coverage of the California Classic. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. We get out to the play at the par 3 6th. Maybe a spot for the lob wedge, a second to the par 3. Okay, not too bad there. Now a 7-footer. Okay, that's good putt. It is in to save par. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Here's another hole that is distinctly Riviera. 408 yards of par 4, but you have that giant bunker going all the way down the left side and then the barranca on the right. The fairway closes in, pinches at about the 270-yard mark, so with all that's going on and as narrow as it gets, you have to hit it straight off the tee here. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
150 yards to the hole, hole cut right in the middle.
It is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
One polished off for bogey, and that's going to move him back down to even par. Well, great design, and Riviera, everyone agrees, is one of the best designs in the world. Great design makes you think. It gives you options. So, what do you do here at this 433-yard par 4 8th? You going to go left side or right side? Take your pick. No, that is going to wind up in neither of the two fairways. It's into the rough in between the two. Yeah, that's a good shot. Decided to go for the right side fairway, and that's in good shape. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And he'll remain right where he is. On to Riviera's 9th now at 458 yards. You get a look at the beautiful clubhouse in the distance, but don't let your mind wander from the task at hand. This is no easy hole. Bunkers line the fairway on both sides, and 3 more greet you up near this elevated green. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second.
that is not the worst shot in the world, but obviously could have been better.
Certainly. Definitely hoping to try and get inside 3 feet, but it's a little outside that.
Nope. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Well, this hole, the 315-yard par 4 10th, has been talked about so much. If you ask the professionals what's the best short par 4 in the world, most will point to this. It's all about options and that little sliver of a green which causes players headaches. This one is not just about the length, obviously, but it is a really strategic play. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain at 2 over par. Arriving now at the second par 5 of the course, the 583-yard 11. Eucalyptus trees lining both sides of the fairway, and a grass barranca about 200 yards from the green has to be navigated on your second shot. And this one's slowed up by the leaves, and that's not going to be a great result.
It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
He gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short.
A nice shot and a good chance for a par. The statistics on the PGA Tour show that from 8 feet, you make 50% of your putts.
Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. And that won't help the cause one bit. So 1 round complete, and Frank, this is such a good field this week. We may see the cream rise to the top come Sunday.
I hope you're right, Rich.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to feature some of the best young talent in the world of golf. From Pacific Palisades, California and historic Riviera Country Club, live second-round coverage of the California Classic. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. We get into the action here starting at the par 3 fourth. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay right where he is.
You can see here at the par 4 fifth, there's a lot going on. It is one of the most interesting holes at Riviera, that canyon wall and out of bounds on the right. Then you have the trees down the left. But what really makes this hole distinctive is that grass mound cutting into the fairway just short of the green. And that is not where you want to be. That's up on the hill right of this fifth fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
134 yards left to the flagstick today. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
And that is long, and it is all the way over near the 6th tee. This is a 13-footer. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. You don't see this too often, do you? A bunker cut directly into the green. And usually bunkers are front or guarding the right or left side. This one smack in the center. It is one of the most unusual holes in all of golf. 169 yards, the par 3 sixth here at Riviera. And that is going to be long and into the bunker behind this 6th green, and that is going to be a very interesting shot from there. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. Moving on to the 7th, 408-yard par 4 with a massive bunker running down the left side and a barranca down the right. Fairway narrows considerably at the 270-yard mark, so accuracy off the tee, critical. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Didn't trust the read there, and that's going to cost him. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. The surprises don't stop here on Riviera's front side as we come to the 433-yard par 4-8. One of course designer George C. Thomas's all-time favorite. A split fairway is the unique feature here. Like many holes, this one forces you to really have a strategy. Yeah, playing for this right side fairway, and that is right where you want to be. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
156 yards left to the hole. Looking to make up for that drop shot with a birdie here.
Trying to go for the right side fairway here, but this is a bit too far right. It's going to end up in the rough. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. Nope, couldn't
and get that one on target. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. So a disappointing end to the tournament for our featured golfer heading home following these 2 rounds after failing to make the cut. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida and TPC Sawgrass, live opening round coverage of the Florida Open. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. We head out to the course as we pick up the action on the tee at the par 4 fourth. No fairway here, this one in that rough. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
151 yards to the hole. Ball sitting up very nicely in the rough.
Okay, center of the green, a good safe shot. You got to think 2 putts will work out fine from here, but this is a long look for birdie. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par, and he'll stay at 1 over. Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, he used to love to cut it, this would be the hole that just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side. Well, that one's finished in the first cut. It's going to be a little bit harder to spin it from there with a little bit of grass around the ball, but still not too bad. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th.
and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, what are the players facing here at the 6th 393-yard par 4?
Ideally, you just want to hit that ball about 250 yards. It's going to leave you a shot of sort of 140 yards in. Then the green looks quite big because you're far enough back that those palm trees don't become a problem.
Solid, a good drive in the fairway. Now note his second from the fairway.
142 yards left to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll stay right where he is. 7th hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left, then it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
That is made to measure right there, right in the center of the fairway. Strategically, Frank, how do you like to play this hole?
You've got to be aware of where you don't want to go. That front right bunker is probably the easiest bunker shot on this hole, but there's a little pop bunker on the left. That one there, always difficult to get it up and down. Nice approach shot, and the other good thing about that, left it below the hole.
17-foot putt here. That one just going to sneak on by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, this par 3 will get your attention, no question about it. 237 yards. It's the longest par 3 here at TPC Sawgrass. And very simply, it requires a solid strike with a middle to long iron, maybe even a fairway wood. This is a hard hole. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
Woo, Nelly. Whizzes past the hole. A difficult putt coming now.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. He'll go ahead and finish that off. It's in for his bogey. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. For the golfer we had our eye on, no other way to say it, Frank. Just not a real good day out there.
It could be a short week, Rich.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to feature some of the best young talent in the world of golf. From the home of the PGA Tour, we're at TPC Sawgrass for live second round coverage of the Florida Open. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. A lot of folks fighting for the title, including our leader. We'll get out to the action here as we pick things up on the par 4 6th hole. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
130 yards left to the flag. It's a nice round number. Pin in the back right portion of this green.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
A long one coming up here for birdie. Nope. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay at even par. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for two reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side.
All right, in the fairway. Frank, you've been there. What's the best way to approach this next shot at the 7th hole?
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Nope. Good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll stay at level par. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par 3s. Justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is. Longest of the 4 par 3s. Plus, it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Now, from the apron, a second to the par 3. "11 feet away." Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. That one safely in for a bogey. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. We start the inward 9 with a 424-yard par 4 dogleg left with trees on the right and a large bunker down the left. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. All right, Frank, now the approach here at number 10. What's the right way to play it?
Just avoid that bunker on the right and don't go too long and left. Over the back left is not an easy up and down. Now it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. That one finished off. It's in for par. And that's going to be good enough to keep him just inside the cut line here in round 2.
Let's go to the 11th. Now it's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back 9, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach.
I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie. This a shade better than 50% on the make percentage. It's for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And that might just wind up being the difference, as for the moment, that's going to move him inside the cut line in his quest to play the weekend. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows, if you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this look at the future stars in the sport of golf. From the home of the Players' Championship, TPC Sawgrass, live third-round coverage of the Florida Open. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. Let's get out to the play as we pick things up at the par 4-7.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
And that's going to be a challenge from there. It's into one of the 7 pot bunkers that circled this 8th green. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Yes, a perfect read there. That is in to save par.
And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 9?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot. It is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
That's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par.
Frank, now on to the 10th at Sawgrass.
A fairly straight par 4, but that's not the way to play it. You really want to go to the right, well away from the fairway bunker that runs all the way down the left side. That turns it into a little bit of a dogleg left. Then you're going to come across that front bunker into a green that, well, is anything other than flat.
And the leaves took enough of the momentum off the golf ball that this is going to wind up in the bunker. Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game. Execution far from good. And this putt now for bogey.
Yeah, much better there. That one drops for his double bogey. And that won't help the cause one bit.
Par 5 11th is 558 yards. Again, this is an opportunity if you want to take on the risk, and it is considerable. This is a chance to
jumpstart the round, make an eagle, get a little momentum. But you have to be willing to potentially pay a price if it doesn't work out.
While there's good bounces, there's bad bounces. That was a good one.
Now from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5. Frank, the scoring club is in hand now. Chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, coming from that left side, you've got a full view of this green, and you can see the mounds too. Use the mounds to your advantage. That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain at 6 over. Frank, this was supposed to be moving day for our featured golfer, but instead they were moving in the wrong direction. An over par round. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour bring you the best young talent in the world of golf. From Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida and TPC Sawgrass, live final round coverage of the Florida Open. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. We'll head out to the action at the par 3 13th. Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And he'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par. Frank, 14 is so often a pivotal hole here at the TPC Sawgrass.
It is, Rich, and when you see a player hit 2 shots comfortably on this green, you think, what's all the problems about 14? But when you see someone stray left or stray right, you realize that 14 is a real bear.
Yeah, just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Well, bunkers are the name of the game here at 14, and that's going to end up in one of the smaller ones that dot this green. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that races right on by. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And that's going to drop him all the way down to 8 over par. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if your first time around, you might notice. And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll remain 8 over for the tournament. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5. That's a fine tee shot, but it is a long, long way to this par 5.
Oh, that is right, and that may be gone. Oh, and let's hope that's not a precursor of things to come. It is into the lake here at 16. So now, with the drop taken, this is going to be his 4th shot into this par 5. Oh, and you saw that splash there. That is into the hazard. So now, following the drop, this will become the 6th shot coming up.
Fairly long 25-foot putt here.
Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. Up next, the short par 3 17th. It is, as you know, one of the most famous par 3s in the world. Right side of this island green, protected by a small bunker, but better to be there than in the water. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Ball coming downhill from the top side of the hole, but shouldn't be that much break in it.
Got it there, but not quite on target. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And he's going to stay right where he is. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass.
Frank, you found dry land. That's the good news. But now you have this second shot, which is very daunting.
Yeah, once again, you're looking at water on the left side, so the tendency is to miss it on the right. But that's a very, very difficult up and down. This is another second shot. You just got to brave it.
Oh dear, no such thing as being left at 18. That approach shot into the water. All right, so he'll take his drop, and with a penalty stroke added, that'll become his fourth now to the par 4. Okay, a good putt, able to save par here at 18, and that's going to be a final round, 77.
So, Frank, our golfer just could not get things going here in this final round, and it winds up a disappointing finish.
And hopefully it's not a bad habit too, because as we know, they normally give out trophies on Sundays, so you do not want to get in a habit of playing poorly on Sunday.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.